Om Shanti. Welcome to Masters of Change. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And today we have a very special guest with us who's going to share his journey of changes over 4 decades and how those changes led to a beautiful life. We have Brother Wolter from Holland. He has been practicing Raj Yoga meditation for the last 41 years and has been helping BK activities spread all across Holland and nearby areas. Thank you so much for being with us. We welcome you on the show.
Thank you.
Brother, I understand that you've been meditating, but my bigger question is to know, how did you start? How did you get into this?
I was married and my wife was very sick, and you start looking for solutions or healing or whatever. And she came in contact with a brother who was one of the first in Holland. And she went to this center, meditation center, no name or something, but okay. And when she came home, she said to me, "This was so special. Maybe it's something for you." So within a week, I went there.
Okay.
And I stayed.
Okay.
And for the first time in my life, I felt quiet and safe to be myself. That was very important. And my whole thread through my life was feeling safe.
Okay. So when you went to the center, did you experience meditation first, or did you go through the course? How was that process?
First to the course, meditation was for me not yet the way to do. A little bit scary, but on the longer run, it became better for me.
Yeah. So your wife and you started practicing this together?
Well, I have to tell you something. We divorced.
Okay.
In December 81.
Okay.
And I was waiting for a new home. And in the meantime, we lived still together.
Okay.
And then she met the Brahma Kumaris.
Okay.
So it was as if we were made free to do that. We had a feeling that the marriage was, in a way, undermining the friendship.
Okay.
And when we came on this path, the friendship became much deeper.
Okay.
A very good, close relationship, very, very strong.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So when you did the course, did you have questions? Did you doubt the understanding?
Oh,
how
absolutely.
was your response?
Absolutely. We started in a small apartment.
Okay.
And there were some dolls that was Brahma Baba. And, So for me, it was for me for like, where did I come? What is this,
Yeah.
So later on, you forget all those details and you go for what you feel yourself. But in the first time was, my goodness, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you still decided to stay. What made you stay?
Yeah. This feeling of safety.
Yeah. That superseded every other question.
Yeah. Absolutely. Safety is very important. That you can be who you are, that you can say what you want to say.
Yeah.
And nobody's criticizing. Yeah? The same thing happened when I went to, first time to Mount Abu in 83. And I had the same feeling, although there were 700 people, which was a lot in that time. Same feeling. Relaxed feeling of safety.
Yeah. So do you think meditation in general can really help people who have this high level of anxiety, who continuously feel scared of things, scared of what's to come in their lives? And it gives you a sense of security, safety.
The knowledge was touching me because it sometimes, in some way, confirmed what was in my head going on.
Okay.
But the meditation was very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was the course of your life after you did the course and after you started meditating?
Because I had all kind of jobs, and I hardly could tell people what I was doing.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell my family. I couldn't. The first time I went to Mount Abu, I was with my mother.
Okay.
And she had a very, very, very deep experience of love, of recognition. And maybe you have the same feeling, but if you have those deep feelings and you want to express them to others, you don't have the words.
Right.
And in that way, her relationship with my sister went wrong.
Okay.
That was a pity. And that lasted until she died.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you were doing some professional work and you also started on the spiritual path.
Yeah.
You were giving a lot of time to the service while managing work.
Yeah, daily.
How was that balance? How were you able to create that balance?
It is, you get something, you give something, you get something, there's an exchange.
Yeah.
And the exchange is without loss.
Right.
You meet people and you have an exchange and there's no loss. There's, or you meet people and there's exchange and there's loss.
Yeah.
And I had the first thing. There was no loss. We had idea to do service. Yeah, let's do it. So we had a big program in Europe, the Million Minutes of Peace. And in London, they had a big bus, double-decker.
Okay.
And we had a very good friend who was, in a way, a sponsor. And he said, we have a double-decker in Holland. And he bought them for us.
Okay.
And we redecorate the whole bus.
Okay.
In the meantime, I got my driving license for a bus.
Okay.
And the program started somewhere in September and everything was done. The bus ran, I was driving. But you did that all, No hesitation.
Yeah.
So I like that very much.
How has your experience been, when you were trying to spread this knowledge? So you got it, you understood it, you connected with it, and you stayed. But then you also decided to spread the word across. So when you spread the word across, you get various kinds of responses. How was that? How did you deal with those variety of responses coming from different people?
You have to be very careful in how you pronounce this. We made scaffolds with pictures, and we went to markets and big fairs and whatever. Put on, and we started. And you feel the pulse of people. So you can tell them, you feel what you can tell them, and you feel you shouldn't go too far.
Yeah.
So, that's what you do.
So you go as you get. I mean, you have to check before you speak. And
like in my family, if I come there and I start talking about, I was in India, they say to me, don't talk about God. Okay. Don't talk about God.
What do you think? Meditation is about God or is it about you? Who is it about more?
It's my relation with God. That's for me important. But you can wrap it in another paper.
Yeah.
And then they start, hey, what are you doing? So that's good.
Indeed. So, Brother Wolter, I understand that you've been through this long, wonderful journey. And there must have been so many situations, which looked like challenges at first, and then you just flew over them.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
So, would you be able to recall some of those challenges while you were trying to support the expansion of BK activities?
Well, during the last 30 years, I give training, sports training to children, hockey training.
Okay.
And then I have to deal with parents. And those parents always asking they ask me, what do you for live? How do you live? And then I start slowly to explain them, not too much, but to explain them.
Yeah.
About the routines, about what I eat, because they want, hey, come for dinner. I said, no, if I come, I bring my food.
Yeah.
So, all kind of yuktis you find out
Right.
to come further with those people. Yeah. And I had a wonderful, I made some round trips in Punjab and Bihar and Kolkata. And it was fantastic. Just to tell stories. And, it was great. And I was very afraid of blood. If I see blood, I faint.
Okay.
But I was in a hospital in Kolkata, in Bihar, in Bokaro city.
Yeah.
And the owner, it was a women's hospital, the owner had invited me, so I came to him. And I had a lecture somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and we came back midnight, and he said, "Do you like to see an operation?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I don't think that's respectful for the lady."
Yeah.
No, I said, you should go. And he told me there was a woman who was in delivery, but the baby got stuck.
Oh.
And in India, she had to take the train for 5 hours to come to the hospital. And she was just brought in, and he said, "It's cesarean."
Oh.
And I thought, if I see blood, I will faint. But somehow I thought, I have to see this.
Yeah.
And he operated, not he, but his friend operated. And it was so wonderful to see. And he took the baby out of the womb, and it was totally black.
Yeah.
And then you could see by his eyes, oh no, And then this little creature says, and went open, and got caught. And wow.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, from that moment on, I'm not afraid of blood anymore.
Okay.
Because it was such a real wonder. And when do you see a cesarean? Well, almost never.
Right.
Especially me not being married or whatever, no. And the funny thing is, that's what I liked of the Indian culture. Then I thought, now it's time to leave the operation room. So I went through the door, and there was the family standing, "Doctor, doctor."
Yeah.
I said, "It's okay, it's okay." Yeah.
Great.
Those things happened on my trips. I liked it very much.
So when we start meditating, we go to the center. We just like the vibration of the place. In the beginning, we may not understand everything, and we may have those questions. We're trying to get into it, but we're also challenging it at the same time. So it's a very wonderful phase to be in. Yeah. However, the sisters or the brothers in the center are so conducive to this journey of change in their students that they know how to make you feel more comfortable. So how did the sisters or the brothers in your center, where you were going to meditate, try to loop you in? I mean, how did they get you into service? One is to transfer knowledge to you, but another thing is to get you to serve other people.
Yeah, but what I said already. We had this idea of, we have a double-decker. Wow, we have scaffolds with plates.
Yeah.
We have, let's do it.
Yeah.
There was no thinking about how, we just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a different energy. And because we were the first, we were pulling others. Come, let's go. You make some bread, you make some there. We go there. And that was fantastic. We were standing on markets, between animals, and we're talking about meditation. Fantastic.
I also understand that you're a great cook.
Yep.
Yeah. So how did you contribute this hobby to service?
Well, I invite always people to join.
Okay.
And I learn a lot. I learn everything I know, how to do this. The funny thing is that everybody knows how to cook, although they say, no, I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
They know. And if you explain them and you give them yuktis to how to cut and how to cook, they're so happy. And still they talk about it. Yeah, I learned this from you and I learned that from you.
Yeah.
And for me it was just natural. If people are cutting food,
Yeah.
and I start helping them, the first thought is, I'm not fast enough. No, I just help you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
Do you see a connection between food and meditation?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, people who don't meditate,
Yeah.
some have very special qualities. I was talking with a mother, and I explained to her how we cook, you know, no onions and garlic, but also silent, not too much noise, like that. And she said, you know, when my kids come home and I'm cooking, they're not allowed to come in the kitchen.
Okay.
I said, huh? No, I want to have it silent. So if they want to tell me stories, in half an hour and I'm finished.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
Right.
The woman is not so spiritual, but she has this quality feeling already.
Yeah.
Because what you put in the food, you give to the people.
Yeah.
If you are sad, then sadness comes in the food. Then people eat it, they become sad.
Yeah.
I was in a big natural food business, and I did the buyings of all these things, the millet and the rice and whatever. And the kitchen beside my office, there were people come to cook for the whole group, 100 people.
Okay.
And the first 2 days were 2 girlfriends, and they made a lot of noise. Sometimes I said, ladies, please, I can't hear my phone anymore.
Yeah.
And then there was a sister who was very silent.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the lunch was always, or because of the fun they put in the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last 2 days it was very silent because this woman was very silent. So you can see it.
Right.
I saw it happening. You know, her silence was fantastic.
Right. So do you think because food is one thing that goes inside you, it's like a very important messenger, a carrier?
Yeah.
So for parents whose children are not really into spirituality or don't have that inclination, would it be a good technique to use?
Yes, but some children have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They're like, and I think you can help them with food. Yeah.
To at least put in some values.
Yeah. Values, but also to understand what food does what.
Yeah.
If you give them a lot of sugar, they go,
Right.
That's the energy of sugar. So if you be careful with that, then the children is also lower energy. And you can play with it.
Right. Right. Brother, how would you suggest somebody who's trying to, get onto this path, who's probably in the initial inertia of getting into it? What would you tell them?
First, I would tell them about their thinking.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because thinking is, if you want to be in the kitchen, that's it. Yeah. But if you're in the kitchen, you think of this and that and that and that. Mess.
Yes.
So first, go in silence and look at your thoughts, and that's one of the most important things, to let silence enter your system.
Yeah.
So important. Whatever you do, anywhere I go for a meeting or whatever, 5 minutes silence.
Okay.
Because then you're connected and focused. And if you don't do it, Papa learned us one thing. He gave us very precise qualities how to live, how to wash, how to live, how to eat.
Yeah.
So, and if we live in this area, then this is freedom.
Yeah.
And we live in this area, we can cope together.
Yeah.
Because we come from the same basis.
Right.
But nowadays, people do like, let's go it. But when you do this, you never get it here anymore.
Yeah.
And I learned it with trainings, absolutely the same. People say, yeah, you're strict. Yeah, I'm strict, okay. But then, because of strictness, I can say, okay, let's do some fun.
Yeah.
And now we're back.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you start this, it's chaos and you can't repair it.
That's right. It becomes very difficult to then reach the root.
Yeah. So when you want people to have a feeling of meditation, you say, okay, first go inside and wait and look to your thoughts. And a lot of thoughts are no use at all.
Yeah.
Forget it. And that's what I learned, and I learned people. And sometimes I'm a little bit naughty. Once I was with a group of women between 18 and 23, something like that.
Okay.
To a match, and I was the coach. And there was Sunday morning, and they had still some energy of Saturday night. And I was driving, and one woman said to me, do you believe in reincarnation? And I said, yes, why not? Because whole libraries are written full of it.
Yeah.
And we start talking about this.
Yeah.
And then she said, yeah, you start from nothing. Oh, that's funny. I said to her, if that's true, then you are part of a twin. And she wake up. Then she wake up. Then your brother should be exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
But that's not. No, it's not. Okay.
Right.
And then, or do you think you're a woman? And the whole car silenced. What do you say now? Do you think you're a woman? Or do you think you are in a woman's body?
Yeah.
And you have to take care for it and be responsible. I'm in a male body, you're in a female body. 3 weeks later,
yeah.
somebody asked me, what was this talk you had in the car?
Yeah.
You see, so you, in a way, incognito, you wake them up a little bit.
Yeah, it's important to nudge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. Brother, I would want to request you, if you could give our viewers a little flavor into meditation. Would you want to do a commentary, a guided meditation for us?
Yes.
Yeah. You could, if you wish, to connect it with food, or you wish to connect it with sports, up to you. Anything that you like. Yeah.
I go into myself. And I imagine that I'm protected. There's a beam of red light following me. And all the time, I have this safe feeling. What I do, I'm followed and I feel protected. And it gives me a warm feeling. And it gives me a safe feeling that I can be who I am without judgment. I'm responsible. It's my life. And in this silence, I feel exactly who I am. I recognize my feelings, my virtues, my qualities. And the silence gives me a feeling of power. Power over my life. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Something very deep that I felt. Personally, never had the feeling that I was scared or had some kind of fear, but just realized that how important it was still to feel protected. I mean, I don't want to feel not scared, but yes, I want to feel protected. So thank you so much for giving us that perspective.
Thank you. It was good.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank
you. To all our viewers, it has been an encouraging learning experience to understand how Brother Wolter got into meditation and then spanned out his entire journey as a meditator, a spiritual teacher, and also a hockey coach. In today's day and age, it becomes very difficult for us to balance our work, our emotions, our personal, social circles. But Brother Wolter has very categorically explained to us how we can create great balance in life. Thank you for being with us today, and we hope that you will be able to imbibe great learnings from this episode. Om Shanti.